What is up, guys? DZ here, and today I wanted to do another installment of cards I wish were better. This one is going to be Scrap Iron Statues. So I actually thought this card would be competitive. It came out in the Synchron Structure deck that it's its only printing, and essentially it's a Ghost Ogre in the form of a trap card. So when a spawn trap card that is already face up on your opponent's field activates its effect, you destroy that card, and then because it's a Scrap Iron card, you set it face down so you can use it. It's a once per turn Ghost Ogre effect for spells and traps. It doesn't hit monsters, but generally speaking, you're using Ghost Ogre for like Pendulum monsters as hits, or some floodgates like lose one turn. So it's pretty cool. And then also it has like another effect where if it's into the graveyard, you can special summon a junk monster in your graveyard. The problem with this card, I think one of the problems is that it only affects spells and traps. If it hit everything like Ghost Ogre does, it might be a little more playable. And then if you're playing like a junk deck, you're not really playing trap cards, so this isn't really good in that, so you're never going to get used to the second effect. If the second effect was just a Monster Reborn for like anything, that might be pretty good, because like one of the problems with this card is that if it has to like stay on the board to keep using its effect. So it's a pretty good counter if you can like keep it on the board for slower decks that play a lot of face-up spells and traps that activate, especially like Pendulum decks. But if they just like MST it, then you're just like screwed. But if it got the special summon for any monster, or like any level 2 or lower monster, any level 4 or lower monster, or something like that, something more generic, then it would make your opponent second guess MSTing it. It might be a little bit better. But I thought this card was really cool when it came out as like a counter to Clifford's, because they had I believe they had 2 scouts when this originally came out, so I thought it was going to be at least a little bit playable. I was surprised to see that no one ended up playing this card. I can see now why. It's just a little too slow and not quite as versatile as a card like this needs to be, but it's still a cool card. It might eventually be a good side deck card depending on, I guess it would need if there ever becomes a deck that like completely relies on not only like a pendulum mechanic with face-up pendulum spells activating their effects, but also like face-up continuous spells activating their effects, then this might be a pretty good counter, because it really is hard to deal with if you're constantly getting a +1 every single turn. But yeah, I thought this card was cool. I wish it was a little bit better, but I will check you guys tomorrow. Bye.